So this video is going to be all about eyebrow microblading. Probably if you clicked on it, you guys already know what it is. It's become so popular the last few years. I'm just going to kind of give my review of it because I feel like a lot of people have been putting up videos recently saying that they would not suggest doing it, but that's not my opinion, so I'll tell you kind of a little bit about my experience with it. If you're like me and overplucked them when you were younger or when you were in the 90s and it was popular to have thin eyebrows and they never grew back, this would be for you. So I will just say, if I ever have a daughter, I'm never letting her near tweezers. I will fly her to Anastasia Beverly Hills if she wants to get them groomed. I would highly recommend, if you're younger and watching this video, do not touch your eyebrows. Whatever God gave you, leave it like that. Thick eyebrows will never be out of style. If thin comes in again, yes, it may suit some faces, but thick and natural will never be out of style. So just leave them as is. So moving along though. So the first time that I went, it was $500 for the procedure. So what happens is basically you go in, sometimes they do a consult before the day that you actually get it done, or they'll do it right before your initial appointment. So they'll numb the area. I'm gonna measure out and discuss how you like them. So if you could bring in pictures of how you like them when they're filled in, that's what I did. I kind of agreed that, so naturally my one eyebrow, I will show you a picture of Beyonce because I used to have an eyebrow like her, which is really embarrassing. So it grew up like that on the end. So my one, when I'm talking, I really notice. In real life, I don't notice. No one really makes comments. But when I see myself on film, my face is definitely not symmetrical. And my one eyebrow is definitely higher than the other. But that's okay. I mean, I think a face, if it's too exact and symmetrical, it almost looks fake. So I kind of wanted to leave it more natural, a little bit unruly. Today, the only makeup I have on is the colored Anastasia, the eyebrow gel. So it might look a little bit weird right now, but it's just the eyebrow gel doesn't quite match my eyebrows. Other than that though, if I'm just going to work or the gym, I don't have to put on any makeup anymore, which is amazing. But anyway, the results, they fade about 50% when they start to heal over the next couple weeks. So the initial time that you go, maybe I would say usually 4 to 6 weeks after your initial appointment, you have to go for a touch-up appointment. And that's when they really go in and fine-tune everything. So if there's any areas you want a little bit darker, maybe a different shade, a little bit thicker, maybe to make them more symmetrical, that's when you're going to see the biggest difference after the second appointment. So after the first time you go, don't be too upset if they're not exactly how you envision, because the second appointment, the touch-up, is going to really make the big difference. And a touch-up maybe every 2 years will help you keep your eyebrows looking perfect. So I went for my first touch-up about maybe 10 months after the initial first and second appointment. So at my second appointment, the touch-up appointment, I didn't get her to go over here just because I was afraid it might look too harsh. But then fast forward 10 months later, I was thinking it didn't quite match here anymore. So that's why I went for the touch-up. So this is my initial before and after photo at the brow place. And then this is after the 10-month touch-up. So the very first time I got them done, I wasn't expecting them to look so dark the next day. I guess if you already have like blonde hair or very thin eyebrows, you might not have the same experience as me. But if you have dark eyebrow hair like me, and they're typically a little bit of a thicker shape, be prepared. The next day, you're gonna wake up and you're gonna look crazy. You're gonna think, what did I just do to myself? Like, I was actually bawling my eyes out thinking, because I didn't really realize the scab's gonna peel off and it's gonna look more realistic underneath. So when I woke up the next morning, it was just so swollen. It was like one big black patch. It just looked like you drew them on with a Sharpie. Like, I was so upset. And then over the next few days, as it heals, it definitely changes. So I'm going to insert a picture here, which I've ended up finding that I would think is very helpful. So you can see the process. So with microblading, probably expect to pay anywhere between $500 to $800. The initial time I went at my salon was $500. Since then, though, she's gone up to $750, which I find in Toronto is about the going rate. If you see somebody offering this service for a lot less than that, I would be a little skeptical. Really do your research, make sure they're using the right ink, the right tools, watch lots of videos, go on their Instagram, see before and after pictures. Make sure to look at people's eyebrows when they come back for 6 and 12-month touch-ups. What do they look like after that amount of time? Because everybody's eyebrows look pretty perfect right after you do it, before the swelling really kicks in. So probably another question a lot of people have is, does it hurt? So the first time I went to get it done, I was expecting it not to hurt. I didn't even really watch that many videos or reviews on it. I just decided, like, I need to get this done. I've hated my eyebrows my whole life. So here I am, I'm thinking, I'm gonna have like a little snooze, relax at the spa. No, I thought guys, I'm not a wimp. Like, I'm not afraid of needles, anything like that. Like, I have tattoos that did not bother me. Getting blood taken does not faze me. This I find really uncomfortable. Even though the area is numbed, how I would describe it is it feels like an X-Acto knife with Velcro on it cutting through your skin. And the fact that you can hear it cut, it's almost like it feels like, say if you were to pluck an eyebrow hair way down here, that very uncomfortable feeling, that's what it feels like. It's a type of pain you can definitely deal with, but it's more of like a very annoying pain, and you want them to be done. Like, it's not relaxing whatsoever. The second time that they go over it, like the second pass, just because the cuts are open a little bit and they put more numbing cream on it, you can't really feel it. But the initial time they go over, and they're kind of working within your own hair, so your hair is being pulled a little bit. I thought it did hurt, but that's just me. Since then, I have watched other videos, and people said they didn't even really notice anything. But for me, I thought it was uncomfortable. So just to warn you, depending on your pain tolerance, it might. I will say though, the second time I went back, so for my year touch-up, I didn't think it hurt as much, but the first time I went, it really did. The 6 to 8 week appointment, I found it was pretty good, but that initial time, I found it really hurt. So I'm gonna go over some of the eyebrow aftercare that my technician gave me. So basically, right after, you cannot put on any makeup. This is probably for the first week after you get them done. So no makeup, no tanning, swimming, excessive sweating. So overall, I would definitely recommend it if you have very thin eyebrows. If you're somebody though that likes to change up the shape of your eyebrows a lot and play around with different looks, definitely don't do this, because you have to remember, it's a tattoo. So whatever you get on there, it's on there. There's no fixing it, okay? It's a tattoo. But I'm someone, I kind of like to do my eyebrows pretty much the same all the time. You can always make them a little bit thicker. You can overdraw them. But if you're going for a thick look, and then some days you like them to look a little bit thinner, no, that's not going to work. So keep that in mind. So I'm going for my 6-month touch-up microblading appointment today. So basically what I'll get her to do is fill in here and the end, make it a little more symmetrical.
Yeah, so that's what they look like. This is no makeup though, and this is after actually probably 9 months. So they still look, I don't know, they still look pretty good.
So here you can see my left eyebrow, how it's like that Beyonce eyebrow. It grows up at the ends and it's really, really sparse. And sorry, my skin is really breaking out in these clips. I apologize about that. But yeah, so this is the before I go to my appointment. And here is after. This is in the washroom at the eyebrow place. So I'm just showing you how it looks immediately after.
So I just wanted to show you guys what this looks like at night. Like, it literally looks batshit crazy. It looks like I escaped a mental institute and drew my eyebrows on with a Sharpie. Okay? So I just want to warn people because I feel like when I watch people's YouTube videos about this, they don't mention this part, or it could be because they don't have really dark hair to begin with, um, or maybe they don't have thick eyebrows like me, but my eyebrows are obviously very thick. But you can see, like, I mean, there's no way you want to go out in public like this. I'll take my glasses off. Sorry, my skin's kind of breaking out up there, but yeah. Like, you look crazy, and I know right now they kind of look a little bit uneven because they're so harsh. Trust me, once the scab comes off, it's gonna look really natural. My right eyebrow, sorry, is pretty good. My left one, because I really over plucked it when I was younger, and it grew the ends. It originally grew kind of like upwards, the hair there. So this brow is just very different from this one. So if it does look a little bit different, that is why. But yeah. Oh my god, crazy.
This is the next morning after I woke up, and you can see this looks crazy, guys. I'm so sorry about my skin. It looks disgusting as I'm watching this back, but thank God I didn't have to go to work or leave my house. It was just really embarrassing. And that's with absolutely no makeup on my face at all.
Day number 3. Today is Monday. I got these touched up on Saturday, so you can see it is just one big black crusty scab. It looks crazy still. You know, yeah. What can you do? So you can see there, it doesn't quite match, but I'm just going to the gym right now. Like, if I was gonna go out at night, I would still fill it in a little bit there, but overall, like, this is when it's fully healed. It looks really good, I think.
Overall, I definitely would recommend this to you if you are missing a lot of hair like I was. If you already have relatively thick, symmetrical eyebrows and you like to change up the shape of them, I probably wouldn't recommend this for you because this is going to be a lifelong commitment, and the the ink is never going to look like natural hair, guys. You have to remember your hair is something that's three-dimensional. The ink is flat. So if you get up really close to my face, you're going to see that it doesn't look as hair-like as it does in a picture. But overall, though, I'm really happy with the results. Waking up in the morning, even if you want to go out and look a little more defined and add some eyebrow pencil, basically you already have the perfect outline, right? So you don't even have to think about it. It's so easy. It cuts off so much time in the morning. I love it. I would definitely recommend it, but just know it's something you have to be committed to the rest of your life, pretty much.